Hello everyone, welcome to Sizzle and Spice. My name is Steve and today I'm going to share with you a homemade pasta recipe. Well, to do the homemade pasta recipe, the first thing I'm going to keep in mind is that I need to serve it al dente, which it means to the tooth. Now what does it mean? It means that when you're eating pasta, you need something to bite on, and that's exactly what it means. I insist on, when we're serving pasta, to do the dough, I need the flour and I'm going to need eggs. I do not like to add water to the dough, especially if I'm going to do pasta dough. This recipe, it's a very easy recipe to keep in mind. So every 100 grams of flour, I'm going to need 1 egg. Here I have 300 grams of flour, single zero flour. Being a single zero flour, I'm going to add semolina and I'm going to add 200 grams of flour. So there, altogether we have 500 grams of flour. I'm going to combine everything together and add a pinch of salt. Roughly about 2 teaspoons of salt, and we combine everything together. Now I'm going to do this dough in the actual way how a pasta dough should be done. You can do it in a KitchenAid, you can, if you've got another type of a mixer, you can do it in it. I would like to do and show you the exact process of how to do the dough. The first thing after you combined the flour and the salt together, I'm going to do a well on the tabletop. Now, don't be afraid to spread this well out. So, having 500 grams of flour and semolina mixed together, we're going to need 5 eggs, because to every 100 grams, we're going to need 1 egg. Besides these 5 eggs, I always like to use an extra egg yolk. The reason why I like to do that is because if the dough is too dry, the last thing I want to do is add water to it. But if the dough is a little bit sticky, I can always add flour to it and bring it to its right texture. So I'm going to start beating up the eggs in the middle of the well, and slowly I'm going to start combining flour to the eggs, making sure that the eggs will not leak. Otherwise, I'm going to do a right mess on the table. So I'm going to combine the eggs. Doing this type of homemade pasta, you can do several different type of pasta. As you can see, it's getting creamier. The more flour I add, the creamier it gets. When it comes to this stage, I'm going to add more flour to it. The kneading process, I guess, is the hardest one, because it's going to take about from 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to start combining all the flour together. Now this process is the most important thing. You need to knead the dough. It's a hard way of doing your pasta, but you're gonna have good results at the end. Kneading the dough from back to front. The more you knead, the softer the dough will get. And it will show you on its own when the dough is ready. I know it's a little bit tiring to do this way of pasta dough. It's going to have good results at the end. Once the dough is getting to be a little bit sticky, then it shows me that it's going to need more flour. So I'm going to add a little bit more flour to it, to get to the right texture. How do we know when the dough is ready? If it stays like that and that pinch is not coming back to you, it means that it needs more kneading. Now, as you can see, the surface of the dough has become more smoother than it was. And that is showing us that the dough is ready, because when I pinch the dough, it's coming back to me. So now the dough is ready. The important thing is that after you knead the dough, you will put it in a cling film or stretch and seal or a bag. Otherwise, this dough, top of it, is going to be like a crocodile skin. With all its, it gets dry, and that's something that you don't want to do. So you wrap it up, cling film, and let it set for 30 minutes. And I'll be back with you in 30 minutes. Back again, 30 minutes has passed and the dough has taken its time to set. So what we'll do now is we'll unwrap it from the plastic foam. Having it set, it's a lot softer and easier to work with. You press it, you see that it's coming back to you. So I'm going to cut part of it, and always do not forget to wrap the dough back into its wrap. I'm going to sprinkle some flour. For those who haven't got a pasta machine, they need to use a rolling pin. You need to press your dough out, start rolling out the dough. Always sprinkle some flour so that the dough won't stick to the surface area. rub the flour on top of the dough so that when you get to roll it, it will not stick. Do not press while rolling it. From the back to the middle and from the front to the middle. Today I decided to prepare my own tagliatelle. So what I will do is I'm going to place them portion by portion in a dish, and by doing that you can place them in the freezer. You can freeze them as they are. It will take up to 3 months in the freezer and 1 week in the fridge. I hope you enjoyed my homemade pasta recipe today. I will be looking forward to upload another recipe for you very soon. Bye for now.